That was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be
forward.
like a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have
Corrupt
sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
Hi, my name is Zikona Mlanjeni. I'm a political science student at the University of Western Cape.
Hi, my name is Pumeza Vena. I work for H2O International. I do service and delivery. Yeah.
I'm Tumeka Kumalo, 24 years old. I'm a senior supervisor at Teletech.
Hi, my name is Misa. I'm a sales assistant at the Waterfront.
Hi, my name is Belinda Mkhwebi.
Hi, my name is Primrose, and I'm a poet. Well, I feel very strongly about this thing of shutting up people, because by shutting up the press, it means that you're shutting up people, and if you are shutting up people, it means that you're creating a society of people who can voice what is important to them. And it is so dangerous that in countries that has happened, people feel like zombies. They do whatever government tells them to do. And there is no sense that they can challenge the government. Now, the difference between those countries and us is that we have put our government where it is. And we have a responsibility to challenge the things that government do that we don't like, because it is the government of the people.
The media exposes things. It informs us about the things that we don't know, because they go an extra mile that we don't go. And I think it's important that they stay autonomous. It's important that they have their voice, because we now know things that we wouldn't know. And if the media now becomes a government agency, then it's a they against us thing. Then we need people who are going to sort of say, no, look at that, look at that, pay attention to that, because sometimes we don't even know what to look at. We don't even know how to formulate an opinion, or what we should be having an opinion about. And so then the government doesn't even have to account. But they do have to account, because they are supposed to serve as a servant of the people.
Yeah. I think everyone, in fact, in politics is trying to win someone's favor. And I think sometimes with media, they don't necessarily always say what is correct. They are sometimes biased to the ruling party or whatever. So I think it is important, though, for them to be individuals, apart from the government, that is, and to sort of expose, like Z was saying, to sort of expose what the government is about and everything. But at the same time, it's not 100% correct all the time. I think that people should be aware that as much as we depend on media to feed us information and to make us aware of certain things, that the truth of the matter is that they also have allies within whatever party that there is, and you, at the end of the day, you have to make your own decision on what you want and what
Use your own discretion.
Yeah.
Soft porn is on TV, which for me it pisses me off, because I think that I really think that SABC as well has started say, SMS love 350 or something, and that
sex tips.
Sex tips, yes, and that is the time. That is the time of prime time when kids are watching TV. That's at 8 o'clock when those prompt things come, and it pisses me off, because I think pornography is something that people should actively go look for. Yeah. It should not be in the comfort of your dining table where you are having family and you're trying to inflict family values on everybody. If you choose porn, go search for it, go look for it, go pay for it. Don't bring porn on my face. Do you know how uncomfortable it is when I'm sitting with people who are older than me, and it's like it's a sexual thing on TV? Why? And this is a station that I'm paying TV license for.
We don't teach our children the same way that other people do. So we don't want them to watch those things until maybe they are at a certain age. But then now they are being forced to watch those things on TV. because generations and as Sidingos used to be like a family programs that you can watch it with your kids, but now you think twice about them watching. They write it there. They write it there, but they show those things.
I think the difference between them exposing porn on TV and everything, and going back to the issue of AIDS, is that when any mother or any father talks to their children about sex, obviously they will teach them to respect themselves first, and how you go about it. But with porn on TV, it's a different story. Even if you have to talk about it with your kids, it's almost like you're not promoting safe sex or whatever, but you're sort of like enticing the kids with the sex and what it is about. And what they see in that moment will not educate them, which comes back to the question of a mother or a father sitting down with their kids and educating them the right way. But at the same time, people that run these stations should be responsible enough to know that South Africa has different people who believe in different cultures and come from different backgrounds and have different views about like everything. And in our culture, if you're 8 years old, although you will have a talk with your parents about sex and everything, but you will not sit with your parent and watch something sexual. Even if they talk about it with you, but you will not watch porn with your parents because it's uncomfortable and it's just against culture.
Yeah,
and the other thing that is so scaring me right now, we talk about sex at schools, everywhere, but we have more teenagers engaging themselves to sex. Although right now we're so emphasizing on sex, condoms and all of that, but they're still getting pregnant, having sex. It's like a fashion. If you're not having sex, you're not into this.
That's how I think it's
like
how
in the
people-
past.
That's how I think it's how people introduce it to teenagers. It's how they talk about it with them. Because if you talk about something and if you talk to someone and like explain something to someone in a very and make them think like it's this glorious thing.
Yeah.
And in the end say, oh, you can actually use a condom. That's not exactly
You're actually
educating.
enticing them to do it.
Exactly. You're promoting it, but at the same time, because you want this talk to be wrapped up nicely, you say, no, you can have sex, but use a condom type of thing. There needs to be more education. In fact, not even only about sex, but like people should be equipped to understand who they are as people within society, so that we don't have so many teenagers falling into the trap of wanting to belong, because that's where it starts. We have a lot of people that are having sex, they don't really care about themselves, but it starts with the self. There's something lacking within the self, so they find validation in all these other things. So as soon as you build up the character in the child, then they have less chances of actually falling into all of these traps of HIV, teenage pregnancy, and all of that.
Drugs.
People get drunk. They don't give me that look, okay?
People. I don't know anyone who does that. I know it happens.
Somewhere else, yeah.
So people get drunk, and then they don't think straight, and
So they keep saying.
especially like people like I don't want to say this, but especially in the like informal settlement, from like people from the less fortunate backgrounds. Okay, yeah, from the townships. Yeah, people from the townships mostly. You get that they're more infected than any other people or
Do you think,
anywhere
Gomeza,
else.
that people in the township or informal settlements, as you say, use alcohol as a recreational thing? And therefore, it's always like binge drinking, a lot of like binge drinking, because A, stressed out, and B, there isn't like, I don't know, they don't think of gym as part of their thing. So when they are like tired of working the 7-day shift and the only day they have is Sunday, people just get wasted.
Take Kailicha for instance. Do we have a gym close by? A gym? Or anything?
Maybe there's one in the whole of Kailicha.
In the whole of Kailicha. How many people live in Kailicha?
Millions.
Millions, but we only have one gym. Do we have any sport activities? Like any activities? No, we don't.
It's not enough.
We don't.
But you are only for teenagers. If you're
Only
much
for
older
teenagers, that's the
then you
thing.
cut out.
cut out.
Yeah.
So that people use alcohol, like find alcohol, like use alcohol to just to entertain themselves.
But you find that a lot of people who are drinking alcohol, it's people who are not working.
Exactly.
That's true as well.
Every day
And they
they are
get
at the shebeen.
wasted.
9 o'clock in the morning, you go to work, you find them hanging in the slabs, drinking their beer in the shops, drinking their beer. You go to the shop, they're asking you 5 rand to buy beer.
I don't believe the whole thing that when you're drunk, so you couldn't whatever, you couldn't think straight, and so you didn't use a condom or whatever. I think, quite frankly, when you're drunk, you become more of what you already are. You know? And so
Yeah.
if you value responsibility and your health and your having one partner and so forth, when you're drunk, you will miss that one partner, you know?
Yeah,
and
that's true.
or you will want to and you will become maybe more vocal about what you already believe in, or what you're maybe not courageous enough to say when you're sober, you know? And so we need to stop making excuses, you know? And shame, it's so influenced by our history, you know? Where we're used to belonging in a group. We're used to saying, you know, there really isn't much that I can do about whatever, you know? And so we feel rather that we can't do much about whatever, HIV, for instance, or the way of doing things, or having multiple partners, or saying no to unprotected sex, or saying no to abuse or whatever. We feel confined. As free and liberated as we are, we're not there yet. We're not at the point of being individuals. Again, I bring this up, you know, yet I don't know what it'll take for us to develop this sort of sense of strong individuality that you can say that, you know what, this is how my people do things, but I don't think I like it, you know?
Yeah. It's like someone saying that, okay, here, South Africa's free. What does freedom mean for you? And what are the things that you will do within the freedom? You know? So it's freedom that has responsibility. So yes, we are used into the group thing and whatever, but at the same time, it boils down with you. How you conduct yourself is a self thing.
My dream is to be able to wake up every day and impact lives in whatever that I do, you know?
My dream is to be content in life. Not be rich, but not be poor, but afford. If you want anything, if I want something, I can just get it like that, and be able to provide for my family.
My dream is to be successful, and to be successful to be able to bring back to my society.
I would like for us, for the black teenagers, not to feel that when you want to do something, you have to go to town, or when you apply for a job, you have to go to town. I would like them to do their things in their own society, and that's my dream.
My dream is really to teach young women like myself and younger what it means to be a woman who is an asset to this country.
My dream is to live in an integrated society where we can look at each other beyond race, religion, and gender, And my dream is to teach as many unprivileged children to read and write. And my dream is to empower those that are close to me as much as I can. Yeah,